Welcome back to Severed Sons, everyone. As Claire looks like she's about to lose it.
You gotta freshly grate your cheese.
What?
That's good advice.
Oh, we slap happy today.
Yeah, man.
Paul wants to make America great again.
No!
Donar, I think we're definitely going to have a Severed Side Quest origin story of you just talking about food for, like, just a food podcast.
Date and time, and I'm there. I will drop everything.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, I didn't even finish the.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so tired. Okay.
We're killing it.
We are a Frostmaiden actual play D&D podcast, and we are excited to bring you Tales of the Frozen North and the Everlasting Rime. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey, it's Paul. Who knows what's going to happen?
It's Ross. I'm nervous.
I'm Blake. I'm awake for this one.
I'm Josh, and I've got a bag of gummy bears ready to go.
I'm Zach, and I forgot my cookies in the kitchen.
I'm Claire. What is
I can't even get
happening?
Is there anything we need to talk about before we dive right into... Actually, the dragon's the one diving on...
God.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to.
I was going to make another shallot joke, but I guess we got to fix this dragon problem.
Let's let the shallots
Okay.
rest.
How can I joke about shallots?
If everyone is ready, let's begin tonight's Severed Sons, episode 33, Destruction's Light, part 3. Last time, accompanied by Vellynne Harpel, you reached the city of Targos and found the guard preparing for the dragon's attack. Spitz and Brune, you took a kinder, more instructive hand in helping to train the woefully underprepared conscripted citizens. Trax, you found some ceramic tile at the barn of pottery and created a suit of armor resistant to the monster's radiant breath weapon. Donar and Fang found an injured Kai at a Three Flags sailing. The shinobi had been rescued from the dragon by the mage Avarice, her gargoyles Gargle and Gurgle, and a mysterious woman from Kai's past named Ryan Rockwell. You watched the dragon's destructive rampage against Tourmaline and Lonelywood, and were horrified to see the monster sink several boats full of refugees from Bremen as it soared over Mare Dualdon. As you waited for the beast, former partners Vellynne and Avarice had a heated confrontation, nearly leading to a wizard's duel outside the tavern. Annoyed at Vellynne's presence, the albino wizard left in a huff. You anxiously completed your long rest, and as a blizzard began to sweep down from Kelvin's Cairn, the dragon arrived at the western walls, ready to lay waste to Targos. I want to give you the opportunity to place yourselves where you want to be for this fight in the city.
Is that where the dragon's coming in?
Yes, the dragon is coming in, like soaring in over the west wall.
Have we established if there are any archers in the town?
There are not, because I tried to
They are
give them the bow. We have 3 kobolds with a large crossbow.
Captain Scath is at the Luskan Arms, like down by the docks.
Yeah.
Vellynne is hanging out. She's going to, with her kobold retinue, is hanging up by the ballista. There are 3 to 4 guards at each ballista. It takes 3 to aim, fire, reload, and then there's that 4th person who's handing ammunition to the people who are loading it.
Do we have an idea of how many people were able to get out?
Quite a few people.
But there's still townsfolk here.
There's still townsfolk here. A lot of the fishermen stayed because they want to protect their investments.
Oh, great.
And protect their ships.
I would invest in your life.
That's what I tried to tell him.
Yeah.
Well, they are very interested because Captain Scath and the speaker talk a good game, and they've convinced them that they can take down this dragon.
Okay.
That's everything. When you talk to them, it's like, basically they were like,
can.
"We can take down this dragon."
Before we all part, then, I'm just going to say to everyone, did you guys fight the thrall last time?
What?
I'm
Sorry?
not sure what
The
you were
thrall?
talking about.
What?
What did you see?
The people in Caer Dineval, they got close to this thing and it changed them. They became aggressive and started attacking.
Well, that's great.
It must
The
be the
Charlatan.
Charlatan's influence So keep your distance
Don't
if
touch the
possible.
rocks.
Keep your distance, and seems like if you knock him out, it clears him out. So
All right.
I'll be on
Let's
cleanup
try to knock
duty.
him out.
Donar, you might be able to help too.
Yeah, dude. Whatever you need.
Well, I suppose I'll be taking up the ranged combat with the ballistas. I feel like taking a central location is best for me.
I'll probably
is
play
everybody-
with whoever's with the other javelin since I was working with them all day.
A lot of the javelineers are down here, kind of close to the docks, close to the town hall, in this little plaza right here.
I'd probably be over with them trying to rouse their spirits, make them feel ready.
Fang looks nervous. He says, "This is a very large city, and I have a feeling that this battle is going to spread us out far. I will do my best to keep eyes on all of you, but should you need help in any way, if you can flag me down, I do not know how, but my abilities only spread so far, so I will do what I can, my friends."
People on the ridge where the ballistas are located have a good view of almost the entire city.
Then Fang, searching out, he'll say, I'll keep an eye up there.
You guys up there, call out support where you see it. If there are enemies that show up, point me and Donar. If someone needs healing, shout it out to Fang.
I would assume that we will be besieged by Duragar as well.
Very likely.
I hope to
I will be on the lookout
Activate.
for them, as I do not have much range to fight the dragon in the sky.
I'll activate my device that allows me to see invisibility
Good.
and point them out.
Kai, do you want me to stick with you then?
You're with me.
All right, bro, let's do it.
Vellynne says, if we can get the dragon low to the ground, I might be able to cast a web spell on it and get it. Maybe we can get it down to the ground where we can actually fight it.
That
would
was
You
be-
and I have the same idea.
That would be incredible, Vellynne. Thank you for your help.
Let's do this. Stay safe, everyone.
Let's go kill a feckin' dragon!
Yeah, dude.
To set the scene, the dragon, you can see it kind of a speck going from there's like a snow coming down in white clouds low to the ground, and to the north, this storm front, this blizzard is just blowing in. It's probably a good 30 to 40 minutes away. It really is like the wind is really picking up and blowing across your faces. Any unprotected skin is really getting the temperatures dropping really quickly. The dragon is slowly getting larger and larger as it approaches. It kind of floats up, beats its wings a couple of times, and then kind of dives to pick up speed. And it's getting closer and closer. You see people around you nervously, gripping their javelins, gripping their weapons. Captain Scath actually, as the dragon's approaching, runs up to the ballista and is like, "Stay strong, men! Do not fuck this up! You can save this town!" And then he runs back down to the Luskan Arms. The dragon gets closer and closer. And you see it suddenly rise, kind of like it disappears below the wall, and then rises up, its body kind of bursting through the top of the wall, wood splinters going everywhere, and it goes over and kind of lands, crushing a building completely. Now, I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah!
And initiative, we may
snap.
do this thing where we drop initiative and people move to different parts of the city, but we'll pick up the same initiative.
Sure.
Got it.
Unfortunately for me.
Brune, what do you get?
17.
Okay. Kai?
14.
What? Okay.
I know
Rex?
I rolled a 7.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, let's go. Hey.
She dirty.
Fang.
11.
Donar.
11. Get out of here.
Spitz.
A spicy 8.
Spade.
Yeah.
Ron, I have another question whenever you're ready.
I am ready.
Oh my god.
Does the dragon's beam count as a ranged attack?
It's a special attack. It's not a ranged
weapon.
attack. It's a
Okay, that's chill. I just
Yeah.
wanted to know for my shield.
Okay. Tracks.
All right,
to
how
do.
far am I from this dragon?
Use the ruler.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a thing.
1,000
Yeah, no.
feet.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. So as my action, I'm going to activate my goggles that see invisibility. Which is a spell.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that. Boom.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Do you want to make a movement, or are you going to stay around the
I'm going to stay right there.
I'm going to kind of use the in the 2d20, like the Fallout game, the Modifius stuff. They use, instead of using like feet for movement, they have areas. Like if you move to, like, you start out fighting in this area, and then you go outside the house, that's another area, and so you have like, you can move like up to 2 areas during your turn.
Gotcha.
And
Very
so it's like,
cool.
it's just kind of setting the scene. We'll do kind of that as your turn.
It's almost
until it
like on
gets down
fast
to-
forward.
Right. And we'll do that until we get down to kind of localized maps and stuff.
Great.
Okay. Anything else, Trax?
Nope, that'll be it for me.
Okay, Brune.
Brune will ready a javelin attack for it to get into range, which is 120 feet.
Okay.
But that's kind of it. He's just holding it and really dialing in, waiting for that exact moment.
Holding an action. You have the best view of it. It's right down the street, right
Yeah.
down the alleyway.
I'm kind of trying to take our East Haven strategy of assuming it's gonna like try to find alleyways, just like fire breathe down.
In East Haven, the dragon never really landed. This, it's on the ground.
Right,
now, currently.
right.
The dragon roars and just starts destroying another building and moves up half a block. It's still about, let me say, 300 feet away from you. Brune, make a perception check.
Sorry, 13.
13. The dragon, you can see bits and pieces. It's taken some wounds, and bits and pieces of it have been like chipped off. But there's one large wound in its side, and there's something sticking out of it, but it's too far away to really get more detail than that.
Of course there is. Excellent.
Yeah, the dragon is just, it doesn't see any people, but it's destroying. It destroyed, like, just walking through, like, swiping at buildings. Destroys about 2 or 3 small houses. Kai.
Kai's just going to move up his speed, which is 50, and tell Donar to keep up.
On it.
Okay. Are you going to move down to where Fang is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can see, you look up the hill to the ridge and you see the people with the ballista. And they've lost sight of the dragon because it's down where it kind of like ducks behind the houses, and then it'll like pop up as it's destroying something. And you see the people, the guards, who are running the ballista, getting a little nervous. And you can see Brune at the end of the road, preparing for battle. Captain Scath does that. Vellynne sends her raven into the air. Her Icewind kobolds stand guard. Oh my god, they're like individual ones. Okay,
So many of them.
Fang.
Sorry, it takes my thing forever to unmute. I wasn't on top of it. So Fang is like kind of like in the middle of the action here, kind of at an intersection of buildings. Sees Kai passing him down the road, and is Donar right on his tail, or is Donar where he's standing?
Yeah,
I'll
Donar.
be on his tail.
Yeah, he's on his tail. I mean, he's basically moving because the 6 seconds. He's like just a couple of seconds behind, basically.
Yeah, cool. Then I'm going to, as they pass, as an action, I'm going to grant them Eyes of Night, so they have the 300 feet dark vision.
Excellent.
Thanks, bud.
As a bonus action, Fang will cast Steps of the Night and throw his tendrils of darkness into the air and pull himself right above the building line so he can kind of see the town, at least like his general area, and make sure he has eyes on all 5 party members now.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
Okay. But you're standing still. You're not moving.
I'm in the air. I'm gonna say I'm like 20 feet in the air, depending on how high the buildings are, I guess.
The buildings closer to the docks are taller because of like building ships inside of them.
Sure.
The ones about where you are lower to the ground. Usually most of them are one story with high steeple roofs.
Cool. Then we'll say he's like 15 feet in the air, but he stood his position.
Got it. Donar.
Donar's going to keep up with Kai. He's going to take his
Okay.
action to dash behind him because Kai's faster. And then with a bonus action say, I'm on your 6, bro, whatever you need. And that's Bardic Inspiration to Kai.
Nice. The guards, they've got the ballistas loaded and ready to go. Spitz, your turn.
I think Spitz and her little crew of Javelineers
Mm-hmm.
are gonna just like cross this little alleyway here just to kind of like creep up on it a little bit, but like not get too close to it yet.
Okay.
And just ready some javelins. She also has her shield out, and she's saying like, "Remember to aim at the wings."
That's it, man.
Like we talked about last time. I mean, all night.
The past
I kept reminding you.
If you see any weak spots, aim for those too. Yeah.
Top of the round, tracks. Oh, Spitz, are you moving anywhere? You just basically commanding your...
Pretty much commanding them, just move to the other side of that little alleyway. And then we all are readied with javelins in case it comes close. Yeah.
Okay. Tracks, your turn.
I am going to just hold a lightning launcher attack if it gets within 300 feet of me.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Brune is seeing this dragon on this kind of trampling destruction path, and he's doing something different than he thought he was gonna do. So he's gonna stow the javelin and he's gonna knock 2 arrows in the longbow and use his 2 attacks to fire 2 arrows.
Okay.
You got this, bro.
Are you disadvantaged of this?
I am.
Okay.
So the first one for sure misses. But the second one's a 15?
Yeah, AC 17. It just hits the stony skin and the arrow shatters.
Cool. If anything, he was kind of trying to draw attention.
And
rather
the
than
dragon
actual do damage.
raises its long neck, like long ebony neck, its eyes glowing, and you see it open its mouth and like a white, yellowish, hot light come out of its mouth, and it's kind of it kind of turns to where the arrow came from, looking right at you.
Dope.
Okay.
Yep.
Dragon is going to launch into the air and fly, and I think it can get close enough to breathe a beam at Brune. Brune, I need you to make make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, natural 20 for a 21.
Nice. You take 10 points of radiant damage as a beam kind of like strikes you, kind of just glancing blow, destroying the building behind you and ripping up the snowy cobblestones on the ground. It is continuing toward you. It's kind of like launched into the air, flying, gliding a little bit, but it looks like it's aiming to land on you, basically.
Perfect. Love to hear it.
Okay. Kai.
Just gonna dash up 100 feet
Okay.
and keep moving.
Yeah, just go to the next area. Like, consider the area. You can get about there. Anything else, Kai?
Let me make sure I have the range. Yep. No, not yet.
Spitz, you and the Javelineers can see the dragon above the buildings now. Anything else?
That's it.
So they're still holding their action. The guards are. Actually, no, that was the veteran. That's Scav. He is doing that. Okay. Vellynne runs up next to Trax, and she's like you could hear the destruction happening to the west. Vellynne says to you, Trax, I don't like this. Something feels off.
Off. Other than the giant stone dragon attacking?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Avarice is. I think Avarice is still around. I think
Okay.
she has it in for me.
All right. We'll
Priorities.
table that and maybe focus on the main threat.
If you see anything, say something.
I will. That's a good phrase. Maybe, coin that one.
Kobolds followed her. Fang.
Fang so Fang is pretty much going to hold his position as is, and it looks like Donar being behind Kai, maybe Fang can reach him with his movement. So Fang will use his movement to swoop down and just slap him on the back and say, "Be careful out there." And as he hits him on the back, casts resistance. So you have a D4 for a saving throw of your choice.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, for the next
Nice.
minute. Unless I drop
Okay.
that concentration, which I might at some point. But
Is that
have it right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a concentration. Okay. Got it.
And with the rest of his movement, we'll swoop back up and just make sure that dragon's getting really close to Brune, and he's keeping eyes on it.
Okay.
Still scanning around the city, waiting for it to get closer to him. So he's nearby the ballistas still.
Okay. Donar.
Donar, with a bonus action, is going to look up to Fang and say, "Thanks, dude. You be careful too," which is Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
And then with his action, is just going to dash and keep up with Kai.
Okay. The guards hold their action. Spits.
A very similar tune to the last time. But probably if you'd let me get to this other side of this building here with the little group.
Yeah, you could move to like an area. Like you could even move farther if you want. We're kind of in that kind of generalized.
Okay,
move
word.
to an area.
She's trying to get to like the best strategic place with the little gang of Javelineers, so they can just.
The dragon is heading due east directly at Brune.
Yeah.
And there's this little alleyway that's in between this group of buildings.
Oh yeah.
Or you can follow like the main road and connect up with Kai and everybody.
That. Let's go this little way if you'd let me take the little gang.
Totally. Yeah.
To like there.
Yeah. Totally.
Word.
Yeah. You hear all the destruction happening to the south of you.
Yeah. And then holding javelin.
Yep. Tracks.
Same thing. Just holding the action.
Make a perception check.
16.
The sounds of the destruction are pretty much and like shouting coming from up ahead. But you kind of glance over Vellynne's shoulder and you look up and you see 4 Duergar appear, pop right next to the ballista and just fucking murder 4 guards.
Are they still invisible?
Yeah, no, they popped out of visibility.
They pop out. Okay.
They are, and one of them like kills the operator of the ballista, and then takes its war pick and just smashes down on top of the ballista, destroying it.
Since I was readying an action, can I change the? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to turn, and as I see that, unleash my lightning and say, "We have a problem at the ballista."
Okay.
It's going to be
Hey,
a 23 for the first one.
that hits.
Fang is definitely
It's gonna
close
be
enough to have heard that.
9 points of lightning damage. I guess since it was a readied action, I only get 1, right?
Right, correct. You're using a reaction.
Yeah.
Somebody roll a 20-sided die for me while I'm writing this.
Got it.
Yes.
Oh, 1.
That
it,
was our
Josh.
initiative. Good job.
Oh, great.
Good job, Josh.
Okay.
Best time to roll a 1. You did it.
Got that out of the way.
Okay. 1 plus 0, so 1. Okay. They were holding an action, that's why it went off on Trax's turn. That's how that worked. Okay. They appeared at the beginning of your turn, so you're no longer holding an action. You can fire again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
I'll
it's
do that again.
it's your turn, yeah. Yeah.
Second one. Oh yeah, 27. That's gonna do another 9 points, and I'm gonna supercharge it for. Oh great, 1 point.
Okay. That one is hurting. Brune.
And that'll be it.
Okay, Brune. Make a perception check at advantage now. You're closer.
16. 17.
17. The large hole that's in its left side, stage left. There's like some sort of wooden something stuck in it, like sticking out at a weird like angle, and it looks like it's covered in blood.
Huh. Okay.
But you're not close enough to really. If you got closer, you could probably identify it.
Is it within 150 feet of me yet? On the map he is, but I know he's in the air.
Yeah, he's in the air. Yes, yeah, definitely. Yes.
So probably not. I would still be at disadvantage with bows.
That hasn't made his move yet. So, yeah, I think you're still at disadvantage.
Cool, that's fine. I'll do the same thing. I'm still going to take 2 shots, relatively unfazed by what he did before. I just try to play it off like it was nothing, and I'm just going to make as best eye contact with this thing as I can as I shoot 2 more arrows at it.
Okay.
Damn it. That's a natural 20, but a disadvantage, so really only an 11.
That misses.
And a 7, but still
7.
Just trying to keep it coming at me.
Yeah. You've definitely got its attention.
Great.
Completely.
Then following that, I'm going to stow the bow and just kind of stone cold look it in the eyes as it charges at me.
And charge it does. It lands right in front of you. Let me see if it recharges its breath weapon, though. It does not. It lands, and it, like, rushes up to you, and it gets within 30 feet of you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
That's what you needed.
You
felt this darkness just overcome your mind, this anger and fury, and you just wanted to lash out and destroy everything around you, but then you shook it off and stoically, like, just continued to stare down the dragon.
Very cool.
God.
So it lands, and it's going to make two claw attacks on you. That's a 16.
I'm not using my shield, but that's still a miss.
That's still a miss. Oh god, that's only a 13. Switch dice. Okay.
I'm gonna
intimidated the dragon.
just while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a superior. I stowed my weapon, so never mind. That doesn't make any sense.
And with its tail, it's going to lash out, and that's a 19.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. And it does the 13 plus 7, 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And as it gets closer and closer, the object that's stuck into the wound on its side, the blood-covered object, is a familiar-looking great club.
No way.
And Kai, it is your turn.
Let's see. Theoretically speaking,
You
Kai's
can
gonna.
get up behind Rune this turn.
Yeah, not gonna do that. Kai's gonna cut down this alley and yell out behind him, "Cut to the right!"
On it.
And away he goes.
Anything else, Kai?
That is it.
Captain Scath does that. Vellynne, what does she got? What can she do? She just does not have really any combat weapons. So she fires her wand of magic missile at one of the Duragars. Actually, with 2 missiles, she kills the one that you hit tracks and then damages a second.
Nice.
I loosened it up.
You see her bark something in Draconic, which basically translates as "form up around me." Make a phalanx, and the kobolds step in front of you and her, and make kind of a kobold shield. So anything coming at you down the hill is going to have to get through a bunch of kobolds.
Fodder.
Fang.
Fang definitely was close enough to have heard Trax, his warning about the ballista, so turning his head, how many Durgar were there and how many are there now?
There are 3 left.
3 left.
One was killed, yes.
Cool. And yeah, so Fang, as he sees the kobolds make a line, he'll yell down from up in the air, "Stand your ground!" And he's gonna move his 30 feet toward Trax, which I believe puts him in range of this ballista, if that's where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to fire a first level guiding bolt at one of the Durgar.
Okay.
Damn. 14 to hit.
Against the Duergar, that is a miss.
Bummer.
They're-
Well.
Yeah,
then-
they are a 16 with their scale mail and shield.
Cool. Then that's all I can do. I
Okay.
give some big thumbs up. I'm coming. I'm sorry.
Donar.
Donar's gonna run and follow Kai, not just knocking an arrow in his short bow like he's seen Brune do.
Mm-hmm.
And just take his full movement and dash, give up with Kai.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it.
Because the other 2 ballista do not have a bead on the dragon, they're both seeing what happened up the hill are going to fire at the Duergar.
Close range ballista.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yes.
And the second one's a hit too. Okay.
Ow.
Let's get it, baby.
3d10, baby.
Let's
Jeez.
go.
Eat it.
That is, 26, killing the one that took the last magic missile.
Let's go.
And the second attack only did 5 points. I rolled 2 1s on 3d10.
You said there were 3, right?
There's 3, the 2 left now.
2 left? Okay.
Yeah, because there was 4. 1 got myrtleized, and then Vellynne's extra magic missile went to the second one, and then it just got ballistaed, and then it got a glancing blow. The other one is just like the ballista bolt, like went straight through his chest, impaling it onto him, like into the ground behind it. And then they start trying to reload. Okay, the zombies hold their ground. Spits. You can see the wings of the dragon over the building. It's right there.
Can we throw our javelins?
Yes,
Are we close
yeah.
enough? Yeah. First, Spit's pissed, so she's gonna rage a little bit. She's also gonna tell the Javelineers to keep their cover in this little cove, but she's gonna run out over here a little bit to try to split its tension.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But then she's gonna throw a pointy stick at it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a bunch. They basically have to roll a natural 20 of these kind of semi-trained
Yeah.
people. But
Wishing them
oh my
the
god,
best.
219. I'm gonna count that.
Yes!
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration now.
Yeah, 2 of them hit. What's javelin damage, Claire?
I rolled a dirty 20 as well.
Okay.
It's 1d6 plus 4.
Well, 4. That's for you. For them, it's like
Yeah, 1d6
yeah,
plus
probably 1.
plus love.
Plus
Affection?
love. Okay.
Put some English on it. 1d6 plus English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us some English, man. That's good.
And mine gets a
Love.
plus 2 because I'm mad.
Mm-hmm. Roll your
Um,
damage, Claire.
11 points of damage.
You notice that make a intelligence check for
Why would you have me do that?
me.
Oh
Like making
shit,
tracks
that's a
to
19!
Hey!
Let's go.
Okay!
The javelins, it hits like it gets kind of like into like enough to damage it, but it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Like it was able to just kind of brush it aside easily. Perhaps it might need something that's more magical.
Magical. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Word.
Cracks.
All right, so that last Duragar, I'm gonna blast him.
Okay. There's 2 left. There's 2.
Oh, there's 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll go the one that's wounded.
Okay. He just took a glancing blow from the ballista.
Take a glancing blow from my fist. Shoot
Good
lightning. 21.
Oh, that hits.
The first one does 9 damage. I'm gonna hit him again
Okay.
for a natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
That's gonna do. Hey, not bad. 12 points plus a d6 for 16 total.
Okay. Your lightning kind of just like, you see it kind of shake and like get thrown up into the air a bit and fall to the ground. Stop moving. 1 left. Brune.
He's muted. You're muted.
I know I haven't said anything either.
You see the Javelineers and Spitz come from your right side, trying to split the attention of the dragon.
All right. He's right up on me, right? Like he's hit me with his tail. He's
Oh
there.
yeah, he's like, this is like physical combat. It's trying to kind of drive you into, like, it's trying to like put, as it hits, it's trying to push you into the buildings, so maybe you can accomplish multiple goals at once, perhaps.
All right. Well, Brune recognizes that this isn't great, but as long as he's fighting the dragon and it's on the ground, he's gonna do as much as he possibly can. So he's going to get the shield out and the Yikowa as he's been kind of getting smashed around, and he's going to start taking swipes at it with that. So
Okay.
for the first attack, that's just an 11 to hit,
Misses.
and then a 19 to hit
That hits.
for 9 damage. And just for damage, because I'm pretty sure this is larger than a large size, I'm going to use a superiority dice just to add another d8. I figured. So that's another 3 damage from that second attack. And then I would like to use action surge to do 2 more attacks.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit
That hits.
for 10 damage. And a natural 20 to hit
Oh yeah.
Come on, Bobby.
Yes.
for just another 12 damage. He's just doing his best to not break eye contact with it this entire trade of blows. He's just doing everything he can to keep
As
his
it's like-
concentration on him.
As it's raging, you can just hear like bits and gears and like rocks seem to be like clicking together, and like you hear this like noise that kind of like you can just, it's like a hideous screeching of rocks and metal, and the smell of its like greasy black wings that seem to be made out of some sort of like texturized leather rubber looking. It's just dripping off of it, almost like oil.
Gross. Question. So for where is it? Action surge. It's in parentheses. It says special. Do I still have a bonus action?
Yeah, your bonus action.
Cool.
still
Then I'm
applies.
going to do. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called. Second wind to get 1d10 plus 4, so 14 HP back,
Nice.
and that'll do it.
Okay. The dragon. How close are you, Smits?
Let me use a ruler now that I know how to do it.
Like, what's the
Just-
range of your close range for your javelin?
30 feet.
30 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, since you got within 30 feet, make a wisdom
Yay.
saving throw.
I'm so scared. That is a 17.
Okay, the same feeling just overcomes. It like washes over your mind. You just want to destroy everything in sight. And you just look over at the turtle, and the turtle, you just feel like, kill it in your mind, kill it. And suddenly just wash the fury that's in your own heart, washes it away. And you know that the dragon was trying to influence you.
Yeah, she hates that dragon even more.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, the dragon is going to make a wing attack on Brune. 29 to hit.
Yeah.
And so its wings buff it, and they just knock into you as it turns. You take 8 plus 7, 15 points of bludgeoning damage from the wings. And it turns and leaps away from you. You can take an opportunity attack if you wish. Brune.
Absolutely.
No.
21 to hit.
Oh yeah,
Vehicle
as it it exposes its flank. As it turns, the wing kind of knocks the great club that was stuck in between two of its armored rocky plates, and the great club falls to the ground and clatters.
It's 5 damage for the record.
5 damage.
Cool.
Piercing, which I'm sure does
Take it.
nothing.
Do your math out loud.
No.
Man.
And it rushes at Spitz.
Yeah.
Lands in front of you. It does. Okay, that's a 25 for one claw. A 23 for the second claw.
Yeah.
Let's get those first. 9 plus 7. 16 points of slashing for the first claw.
But I get half it.
Are you raging?
Yeah.
Yeah, let
I
me know
did
if
that before throw-in.
That's awesome. I missed that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Second claw, 14 slashing. But the tail, 12 plus 11 is 23. And that does 8 plus 7, 15 points of bludgeoning damage there.
So should I take 7 or 8 for that?
Oh, it always round down.
Word. Amazing. Thank you.
Kai.
Kai's gonna continue down this alley and is gonna just talk back to Donar as we go and say, the minute we hit the alley, hit it once and keep moving. Don't stop.
Won't stop. Got it.
And that's it.
Okay.
Just keep on trucking.
Where are you headed to, like, south of it or right there?
I'm headed pretty much right here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. You can get up there because we're still doing the area thing, so you can get, like, out at the mouth of the alleyway.
I'm gonna wait at the end and not go out yet because I kind of want to streak past on the next round.
King.
Vellynne, the single remaining Duergar. Well, I'm going to do this really quick. Vellynne shouts something in Draconic, basically translating to attack, and the zombie horde rushes at the Duergar and just rip it to shreds.
All right.
Good for them.
Fine. It's
The
fine.
Duergar's like, no! And they just
What a sight.
dogpile.
That's horrifying.
Bony, yeah, skeleton, like, it's ripping it apart. Oh my god.
Vellynne says, I have trained them well. Fang, your turn.
Seeing that's pretty handled, and being keenly aware that the Duergar, nobody saw that coming, so Fang has a feeling there's more around. He turns tail, sees the whole group near the dragon. He looks at Trax and he says, "Take care of yourself." And he looks at Vellynne and he says, "His life is in your hands. Something happens to him, I'm coming for you."
Don't you worry.
And he goes about 10 more feet into the air, moving toward the dragon. He's only going to use his full movement, and on the way, use his action for see invisibility, which should be for the next hour.
What's the range? Just your sight, or
Yeah, I mean, on my 300 feet of dark vision, I guess.
how high in the air are you currently?
I'm gonna say I was probably about like 10 feet in the air. I just went another 10 up, so probably about 20 feet in the air. Right in the same where he started, pretty much in the intersection again.
Down by the docks around here, you see a group of 6 Duergar, and they're moving stealthily. Looks like they're heading toward the Luskan Arms.
Are there any like townsfolk or guards or anybody
There's a
near me right
there's
now?
a few. There's several people around. Like Scath has several of his men around the Luskan Arms.
if Fang can get their attention in the last bit of his action, he'll just yell out, "Invisible Duragar to the north!" and raises a fat finger toward where he sees them. And if Scaff doesn't hear that, he intentionally as loud as he can until he gets attention.
You see some guards who are like patrolling outside, like nervously patrolling outside of the Luskan Arms, look up the hill at you, kind of floating in the air, wince at your kind of grotesque floating form, and then run inside, back inside the inn.
And he'll turn and face the dragon. That'll be his turn.
Okay, Donar.
Donar's following Kai, wordlessly.
Go ahead and catch up. Okay. The guards are reloading. Spitz.
Okay. If you'll let me, I would love to become an angry bear.
Does it take an action, or does it take wall shape, or is it?
It's a bonus action.
Then that's good. Yeah.
In combat. And Spitz would love to run at that weak spot from where the club just fell.
Mm-hmm.
And bash it up a bit if she can.
Roll to hit.
Word. I like to imagine she did like a scream that starts as her scream and becomes the roar.
Yeah.
As she becomes a bear.
Nice.
Okay, the first one, the bite misses.
Okay.
And then it's a 19 to hit with her claws.
Yeah, so you just get those claws and you start ripping up pieces of the black charlatan, kind of like just like flaking off.
Her intention is to attempt to get inside this bitch, if that's plausible.
Well, it's not flesh and blood, so it's
Yeah, that's the intention behind everything. And that is 16 points of slashing damage.
nice.
And it just roars again.
The dragon felt that.
Yeah, you did. I would say things, but I can't. I'm a bear.
Yeah, roaring. The
Yeah.
Javelineers see you transform into the bear, and just like, it's true. That's her. That's her.
What up?
Okay.
Salty.
'Cause all the stories are true.
Little peace signs with your little paw.
Tracks.
Alright, so now that we are Duragar-less, I'm gonna start running towards the dragon.
Okay.
So I'll take the dash. I'll take the dash.
Yeah, just go up to the next area. Are you going around the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can get up there. Rune.
Oh, golly. It's still on the ground, correct?
Correct, yes.
How far away did it run off to?
It only moved like 30 feet away, basically. It just kind of like, it bashed its tail at you, like as it was turning, and then like bounded and tried to attack
Great.
Spitz.
I'm gonna chase after it, and during this 30-foot chase, I'm gonna stow the Yikawa, sweep up the great club that fell out of it. Let me add that to my inventory really quickly.
That's really cool.
And I'm gonna bash it with it.
The club is coated with dried blood.
That's disgusting, but I'm into it.
I want that soundbite.
That'll be a TikTok.
That's disgusting.
All right. So first attack. Oh, damn it! Almost another natural 20, but a 26 to hit
That will hit.
for just 7 damage, and then 13. So it's not.
13 misses.
And that's all I got. But as Spitz is turning into the bear, you see Brune's kind of like fight stance, intense stare, give a little bit of a smirk out of the corner of his dry, turtly mouth.
Ew.
I do
think we
not
talk about-
want that as a sound.
That's worse than the blood.
The dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's going to breathe its breath weapon at Spitz.
Yeah.
It kind of like the beam goes past you in a 120-foot line and just incinerates half of the Javelineers behind you.
No, my baby.
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I use bear stats, right?
You use bear stats, correct?
Great. Bear stats are not as good on saves.
Bear stats.
Oh, but that's a natchy yeet!
Let's go.
For listeners at home, that's a 20.
Yeah.
We're getting lucky on the saving throws tonight, y'all.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
sorry I
sure
just
are.
said that.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, you take 13 points of radiant damage.
I get to half it, right?
Nope,
No.
not radiant. I don't think so.
I'm resistant to everything except for psychic.
Bear totem.
Bear totem.
There you go then. There you go.
Mm.
Nice.
And this is a bear health. It's great.
I got bear health.
Yep. And with
Where's-
that, the dragon, pieces of Chardolin falling off of it, landing on the ground, launches itself into the air and flies to the south.
What a bitch.
Spitz, you can take an opportunity action
I would love to.
as a bear.
Yeah. I only get to do one of my attacks, right?
One attack, yes. Your
Weird.
choice.
I'm gonna go for claws again.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Who is she? It spits.
Who's that girl?
Yeah. And that is fucking math, man. 13 points of slashing damage.
Kai.
Kai sees it take off.
Yep.
Kai just says, "Fuck," and then tries to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's in the air flying. It was only able to move 90 feet.
How high is it?
Right above the buildings right now. Like right even with maybe the tops of the pointed buildings.
Then I'm gonna use little. If I were to move 100 feet and then shoot a spell 120 feet,
Mm-hmm.
do you think I could get it?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna jet out of this alley as fast as I can. And
Yeah, you
I'm
just see the
going to-
tail, the black, like stony tail, flip, right in front of the alleyway as it flies past.
Then impossibly fast, I'm gonna reel off hand signs and fire off a firebolt at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use what's your inspiration D6?
D6, yep.
Yep, not gonna hit. And a miss.
Anything else, Kai?
And that's it. That's all.
Vellynne, behind the building, is like, shouts up to you, Fang. What's happening? I can't see!
Dragon has moved to the south.
And her and the kobolds take off. And you actually look up and you see her raven kind of like swoop in and head to like that toward the direction of the dragon, trying to get a better view. Fang, your turn.
Fang, above the building lines, is going to dash, not with the road, but right over the rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
His tendrils lead him from the shoulders, and his legs kind of like trail ever so slightly behind as he just like overtop the roofs. That's all he can do.
You can see from here, you can see people piling out of a lot of people. Like, there's like a good 20 to 30 people that were holed up in the Luskan arms, and they rush out and just stand ready for the Duragar to attack.
The Fang says under his breath, he says, Voltus, guide them. Give them strength.
Donar.
Donar is going to follow suit behind Kai and first dash 60. And at that point, do you think a range of 80 on the short bow would hit?
Yes, I believe so. Yes. I do.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure to like hypotenuse the situation. So, yeah, Donna's gonna shoot it with the old short bow. No. That's a 9 to hit.
The arrow just flies over.
Gotta get my bearings.
The second round, the guards are aiming toward the dragon, but they still come too far away. That's what cold zombies. Spitz.
Spitz is gonna dash after this dragon.
Mm-hmm.
My spare speed is 40, so I can go 80 feet following it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it was like right on top of me, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
boop.
It flew 90 feet away total, but
Yeah.
it's like up in the air.
In the air, yeah. So she's just gonna be on its tail, still roaring
Mm-hmm.
to try to make it want to hit her.
Behind you, the javelineers are scattered. They have that losing half their number kind of broke them, and they're just running and hiding.
Yeah, that's good. They should. And I am no longer raging because I didn't attack or take damage. Unless you count the damage that I took from it leaving.
Top of the round, tracks.
I see him take off, right, over the
Oh yeah.
buildings. Okay, well, I'm going to try and make my best beeline to him. I guess I'll just follow the same path here.
Yeah, you can catch up to where Brune.
That'll be my turn.
Icewind, Kobold, Zombies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like a punk band.
Tracks, are you in range? Do you think you might be in range of like your long
I
range
get
of
disadvantage.
fireball?
Yeah, my long range is 300.
Yeah, I think you can get an attack on
All right, we'll do it then.
at a disadvantage.
Well, I'm probably not going to get lower than that, but 12.
Yeah. It kind of bounces off the wing, and kind of like the wet, oily substance catches fire for a second, and then like goes out. Okay,
Well, shit.
Brune.
So are we still able to move like within kind of areas?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's like right now because it's so close to you all. Do help, like tell me how far.
I want to try to
move
get
is.
to like the where? Why won't you ping that kind of little cross?
You want to kind of get there.
Yeah.
You could probably get to from where you back here. You can probably get to about there, really. Dashing, if you're dashing.
I didn't. Okay. I'll do that. I'm gonna just kind of try to follow its path. I'm assuming it's trying to reposition and kind of get to the other side of us. So I'm just gonna kind of try to follow it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be it. Keeping my eye out for any Duergar also that show up in my
Okay.
path.
The dragon puts on the afterburners and dashes, moving almost 200 feet away.
Yep.
Exit pursued by a bear.
Hey!
That's a good theater joke.
Ah!
Oh,
Just shake
okay.
your spear at it.
Kai.
How far away do you think it is?
It is, I'm going to say, for you, probably 200 feet away. It moved 180.
All right, then I'm moving 100 again.
Yeah.
I'm moving 100 again, and
And it is
going
gaining
to-
altitude.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire a firebolt at it,
Okay.
probably for the last time. And I'm gonna aim for the wings
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
saw
Little, like,
the
burst of
oily
flame.
wing kind of burst up a little bit. Don't fuck me. Okay, and I'm gonna use Donar's inspiration as well.
Let's go, bud.
18
18 total.
That hits because it 17 AC.
Come on.
And that's gonna do probably not great, but 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Hule wing.
Kind of like you just see a streak of fire go off. The wind, as it's flapping the wind, kind of the fire starts to go out almost immediately. made like a little streak of fire, and like ash and smoke come out behind the dragon for a second. The sounds of battle to the north as the men and the scav engage the Duragar. And it's pretty much a bloodbath as 30 men destroy 8 Duragar.
Let's
Get
go.
booked.
Hell yeah!
Vellynne heads this way. Yeah, I don't think she can get close enough to cast a web on it. Fang?
Okay. How far is it now?
It moved like 200 feet away.
So that puts me. If I were to move 30 feet, could I get within 240 feet of it if I'm up in the air?
I'm going to say yes.
Alright. Then Fang is going to move straight up, chasing the dragon as high as he can go, 30 feet.
Mhm.
He's going to use 1 meta magic point for a distance spell,
Okay.
doubling his range of this 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay.
No. Yes, that's the I can't. I was gonna do a sleep, but I can't reach a sleep. I can reach a guiding bolt.
Okay.
So first, I'm gonna use this big guy to hit. Come on.
Chungus.
Funky boy.
Let's go, Chungus.
Oh, off the table. I'm gonna roll it again. Is that alright?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it was.
You did not.
I did though. I did. It's a natural 20.
Oh!
If you could have seen the face he made, listeners.
Like
Good
my
God.
heart
that video.
stopped.
We gotta find it in the Zoom.
Holy shit.
Find it in the
That is 12d6.
3 of us have rolled.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And this is radiant damage, right? Radiant, or is it
yes,
fire?
no,
It's radiant
it'll
damage.
Be,
Okay.
It'll be radiant damage.
Give him a
Okay.
taste of his own medicine.
All right.
What a bitch!
So
Dragons hate medicine.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's 10d6.
Wow.
Wait, 11, 12. I do have
There we
12.
go.
Yes! Oh! Oh!
It's a
This is
shit ton of
icy.
dice.
Right into the mic. Let him
Shake
hear
him
it.
near the mic for a minute. For a while.
I can't hear anything.
We're not getting that, but
Well,
We
I
do
hear it-
hear
we'll hear
it
it in the
on Zoom,
podcast.
but I know
You'll
it's
get it. Yeah,
glorious.
you'll get it. All right, here we go.
Noise cancel bullshit.
Ooh, I see a couple 6s. All right,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here we go. 6, 12, 18, 20, 25, 29, 30, 38, 41, 45, 46 points of
Damn.
radiant damage.
Damn.
Okay.
That's hot girl summer shit.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Wow.
Describe me how this guiding bolt hits the dragon.
Okay. So Fang goes straight up into the air. He points he crosses the fingers. He makes the gun, holds his hand steady with one eye closed, and that I'm gonna say that beam of light. The way that the dragon, since it's going upward, the beam of I want it to go like up its tail and up its back straight until
Got it.
hits it in the back of the head. I don't know if it's a
Okay.
kill shot, but that's what it. What it
Okay.
is.
The beam strikes the tail, and you see the yellow energy flicker up its body, and kind of go like flicker across its wings. And the dragon that can breathe radiant energy is resistant and continues to fly on into the night sky.
That's what I was
How
afraid
much
of.
damage was that?
46.
47.
That is
23.
He's not immune.
definitely hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You hit it, and like the energy like flickered up its body, and pieces of Charlotte just went like pinged off into the night, raining rocks down onto the city below.
Fang was holding his breath as he did that, and as it hits it and as it flutters through their wings, he just lets out a like he just didn't realize that he wasn't breathing for a hot second.
Okay.
I do that when I play video games.
Yeah, me too.
Donar.
Yeah, follow that. All right. So, yeah, Donar's going to dash. Actually, retconning the last turn, I realized that I dashed and shot. So last turn, Donar spent a key point to do that.
Okay,
dash,
excellent.
Just so I can be honest here. And this time he's going to bonus action, actually spend another key point, step of the wind, dash, keep up with Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Then move his 30 on top of that, so that's 90 feet. I guess that would still be out of range of the short bow's 80. But I feel like he would just take a shot at
Take a shot
disadvantage.
anyway. Yeah, go ahead and take
Yeah.
a shot.
Okay. Oh, well, disadvantage, that's a dirty 20.
You hit.
Damn.
All right. Wow, I rolled it.
You managed to like kind of like a little bit of wind kind of like lifted the arrow through the air and kind of like pinged against the tail of the dragon.
Oh, freaking sweet.
Hot dragon shit.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
It continues to fly into the night. They finally have the ballistas loaded, and they are too far away from the dragon.
Damn it.
Okay. I believe it's Spitz's turn.
Yeah, Spitz is still just an angry little bear with an intelligence of 2. So she's just gonna keep running.
Okay.
That gets me about like here-ish, half
Mhm.
of where the dragon made it.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a grumpy bear.
Make actually Kai, Donar, and Spitz make a perception check in that area right there.
Oh, yo, that's listed as a bear!
Not one. Too busy.
8.
That's an 11 for Donar.
Donar, as you're running past, you look over and you see a woman hiding behind a barrel in front of, and she's got a book out and she's drawing the dragon.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, I'll clock that and say, oh shit, okay, out loud, but keep moving.
Okay.
Also, player, you retain your skill and saving throw proficiencies in wild shape.
Yo, okay, that's high. I think that,
It's
that is-
polymorph that you're stuck with that.
Oh,
Right.
word.
I believe your intelligence and wisdom are the same as just
Double
you.
check. Yeah, double check all of
Word.
that.
I know for
Amazing.
sure the skill and saving throws because Jeremy Crawford says so.
Perception is better as a bear, and wisdom is the same. So that's fun.
Tracks.
All right, I'm gonna see how far I can get to launch one more lightning launch at him. If I can
This will
make
be
it.
your you're just going to get completely out of range. This will be your last chance.
Yeah. All right. Can I get within 300 feet?
It's right at 300.
All right, here we go. Last one. With disadvantage, 15.
Okay. 15 misses.
Ah.
The lightning just kind of like flicks off the wing as it's like giant oily wings beating the air. This ricochets to the side. Okay.
Which is he? He's heading south or?
He's heading south.
Okay.
I mean, he's heading for the walls, but
Okay. All right.
hey, Brune.
I'm just gonna do my normal walking speed as close as you'll let me get to him, if that's kind of at that clearing that I initially tried to get to, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Is he like going? Is there any way to like try to perceive if he's like trying to escape or if he's just?
He's definitely
repositioning?
heading for outside the city. He's going a straight shot. And he's actually flying. He's gaining altitude
Okay.
as well.
If he's within 600 feet of me, I would try 2 more arrows at him. Cool. At disadvantage,
Anything 600 feet is,
that's nothing. And that's a 21
that hits.
Whoa, let's go.
for 9 damage, piercing. But at that point, after he fires, Boone will just kind of look around to try to assess where his teammates are and where the town is at, realizing that this dragon's about to be out of reach.
On its turn, it flies, continuing arcing up into the air, dashing another 180 feet, and is basically right over the walls of the city. And it's pretty high up now. Oh wow, Rune, you're still kind of in arrow range.
According to the map, without the height.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's out of range. It's gaining enough height.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kai.
Kai fully knows that it's completely out of range, so he's going to burn another key point and just literally run 150 feet after it before collapsing down into the snow and using a free action to just start beating into the ground.
Okay.
And that's it.
You see Vellynne whistle. You actually hear Vellynne whistle loudly over the wind. And you see her raven above her head kind of like bank off, staying at a distance from the dragon, but trying to see where it's going to go. Fang.
As the dragon, as the dragon gets out of range, Fang will just, damn it, to himself and turn his attention. He's pretty high up in the air, so he turns his attention back to town, specifically to scout out any more invisible Duragar.
Okay, make a perception.
Now that he has some height.
And you've got seen visibility, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Not at disadvantage.
Sweet. You see perception?
Yes,
Natural
perception.
one. That balances out that 20 I just got.
Yeah, you don't see. It looks like the dragon did very little. It maybe damaged 4 or 5 buildings in the west end of town, but it did not do much damage to anything.
Let's be thankful for that.
Donar.
Donar, seeing Kai punch the ground, he's going to be like, or in his head, all right, probably don't shoot another one. And he's going to look around him for anyone who might need healing. He would have known that Brune took some hits. I don't know how close we are as party members right now, but anyone around who might need a heal.
You can see tracks. You can't really. You can see a bear in front of you, and you can see Kai in front of you, like on the ground, actually beating the ground.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, Donar's just gonna stop for a second and catch his breath, trying not to get distracted by the sighting of the person drawing the dragon.
Okay.
12 seconds ago.
Spitz.
Spitz comes out of wild shape and is now a little bit taller.
Mm-hmm.
Is gonna just a little bit taller. Is gonna try to find anybody near her and just start shouting like, "Can we get on the dog sleds? Can we chase it? We gotta keep going."
You hear Vellynne shout back, like you can't see her, but she shouted loud enough she could hear it, and she says, "The dog sleds are back at the 3 Flags Sailing. We have to go there."
On it! And I'll just start, I'll dash as far as I can towards there.
Tracks. I'm gonna go to the top of the round, and when he gets to the dragon's turn, it's definitely going to be out of range. But because Brune still has technically a disadvantage shot at it, so because if he moves up, he has a tracks. Do you have anything?
I'm gonna hear when I hear Spitz yell that. I'm gonna say, "Wait, stop, regroup."
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay. Brune.
Hearing the regroup, but knowing that this will just take approximately 6 seconds, Brune will move as far as he can, and if you'll let me, I'll take 2 more disadvantage shots, just firing into the wind. That's an 11 and 17.
That hits. I'm gonna let you have that one. I was about to say, with that range, and it's sort of like
Pokes him in the tail.
yeah.
That's
Very tip.
a solid 11 piercing damage.
Okay. Y'all did a shitload of damage to the dragon. It's still up, and with that, the dragon flies out and then banks to the east toward Bryn Shander.
Oh, God.
The dragon flies to the south, banks to the east toward Bryn Shander as snowflakes begin to fall over your heads. What do you do?
Fang will start to head toward the ground. And as he gets within earshot of the gang, he'll say, "Duragar to the north, but it looks like Scat and his men took care of them. It was a good fight."
I say we get on the dog sleds and try to keep going with it. It's gonna spend some time at Bryn Shander.
Here's the thing. I think we did a good amount of damage to it. if it reaches Bryn Shander, I feel like they will be able to defend themselves pretty well. I'm curious if perhaps we can, if he starts to retreat back to the fortress, we can maybe cut him off.
I think we sent a lot of refugees to Bryn Shander, and I would feel terrible if they couldn't hold their own.
Kai is still beating the ground until his fists are bloody.
Yeah, guys, we got to talk about Kai. It's been he's been doing it for like 30 seconds.
Donar, you see a very familiar-looking great club sticking out of Brune's weapons pack.
Wait, pause on Kai. Brune, buddy. Brune, old pal.
Yes.
What you got? What you got there, Brune? What's the old great club doing?
It fell from the dragon, but we must be moving.
Yeah, we can walk and talk, but like that's a big deal. Like, where the fuck is Trovis then? Because I gave dude this great club.
There's no way to know.
You're right, but I'm still stressed.
Well, it looks like we can at least deduce that he put up quite a fight. Thanks to you.
Yeah. Jonah's gonna sigh and say, "Yeah, dude, we're worried about everyone, but like, I got stake in this dude, you know. If he doesn't have this club, like, dangerous stuff out there."
The club is quite bloody.
The club is quite bloody. Like, I'm
It's quite the deduction.
Trust me, I
Bad
know.
stress.
Donar.
man. All right, well, I trust it in your hands, Brune.
I know that the dog sleds are at 3 flags, so if we'd like to head that way...
I will send my kobolds. Everybody gather by the gate, and I will have the kobolds bring the sleds around.
Let's walk and talk, lads.
All right.
How fast do the dogs run?
On the road, it's 3 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is to Bryn Shander only 3 miles along the road. Yeah, 3 miles an hour on the road in the dog sleds.
If that is where the dragon is going, it will be there for much longer than the time it takes us to get there.
It's a big city. Surely they will put up a fight. But Spitz is right, there are quite a lot of refugees there. Where do they go after Bryn Shander?
I guess here.
Hopefully
I
that's
say we
where
go
it
try
ends.
to finish the job.
I think we
Do
can.
I run faster than the dogs? You said they run 3 miles per hour?
3 miles per hour, yeah. And this is over snow, lugging stuff, so...
Take everything else off. Maybe we can go faster.
They run 24
24.
feet and around. I run 50. So Kai's going to say, I'll meet you there. And it's going to start dashing.
And as he does, Donar's going to yell after him, Kai, you got to include us in your plans, dude.
I said I'll meet you there.
That is
Oh,
not
I didn't
a
hear
plan.
These dogs that are... You weren't here for this. These are not your normal sled dogs. These are large wolf-sized animals.
Kai can dash 34 miles per hour.
Nice.
He's a sedan. Like a Mini Cooper or something.
Mini Kuiper?
At least a Vespa.
Ah! At least. Wow.
It's an all-new Kai Sorrento.
Hey!
There we go.
Oh! I'll Photoshop his face on a car.
So
Sorry,
Kai, do you
that's
just take
wrong.
off?
Hold on. I did my math wrong. 34.
Shit.
Are you just a moped?
Yeah, probably.
Crotch rocket.
Can you
Never
maintain that for an
I
hour?
forgot to divide it. That's just dash. That's not even triple move. It's 5.6 repeating feet per round. Or, Jesus Christ, what am I thinking? I'm very fast. I'm trying to do this complicated math.
It's okay.
Like,
it's okay.
can you like is that like a sprint? Can you maintain that for an hour?
Yeah, like Easily. That's just jogging.
Steel needs to make a shirt with Kai that just says, I'm very fast.
I'm very fast.
So what do you do? Is Kai, do you take off?
I'm taking off, yeah.
You get to the gates, and the gates, there's nobody there. And there's a big, giant, heavy wooden bar over the gates. There's no guards here.
I'm going to climb that sucker.
Okay, make a acrobatics. What do the rest of you do?
Heading towards the gate
Yeah.
for the dog bloods.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay, Kai, you just like boop, 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 up and over.
Punk. Hit the ground and running.
Okay. Okay, you start heading that direction, and the snow begins to fall faster. About 5 minutes later, Vellynne shows up. Like, Vellynne is with you, but the kobolds show up with the 3 dog sleds. And you get to the gate, and you see the heavy wooden beam that would normally take. It's like they only put it in place in case of emergencies to barricade the gate. It'll take like 2 or 3 men to lift it off.
Brune, let's go!
Yes.
Fang will crack his knuckles and he'll say, I will also help, and put himself where he's needed.
How many people are going to attempt?
Donar's there too.
4 of us.
Yep.
Okay. And 4 of you, easily, just between the 4 of you. It takes a second to get it up and off, and then just let it fall to the ground. And boom. And you just lift up the levers holding the gates closed and open them up.
Fang just runs to the door and drives it open with his elbows.
And to the south, you see the giant ice pillar, like kind of overlooking the city of Targos. And you see the road heading to the east, getting on the dog sleds and heading that direction. The snow begins to pour out of the sky. It's just like blinding white. Kai, you racing ahead, and the blizzard hits. I'd like you to make a survival check.
Oh, that's so... Never mind. That's a 5.
Okay.
It's like pinned in the corner of my screen. Bullshit.
I'll tell you what happens here in a second. The rest of you, like you're just right outside of town, and the blizzard hits. It's blinding, blowing very thickly. It's like cutting off your vision. You can kind of you can feel more of the road underneath the snow, tight packed snow on the road. Let's see, who's in the lead?
Brune's for sure leading.
Okay, Brune, I would like you to make a survival check at disadvantage.
Do I have any sort of anti-disadvantage because I'm resistant to cold?
It's more the sight, being able to see where you're going.
Gotcha. Okay, that's still not bad. That's a 14.
Yeah. You get up ahead, and you see about a mile outside of town, and you see these like 2 lights off to the left, like a blast of like snow will, phew, and suddenly you see these 2 bobbing yellow lights, and they seem to be running after something.
I'll head that direction.
Okay, it kind of takes you off the road for a second.
Okay.
Kai, you thought you were on the road, and you had like the thick packed snow that the road was on, and you got off, and somehow you got into some thick snow, and it slowed you down for a second.
It does not, as long as I'm dashing.
Well,
For the mobile feet.
well, you're in soft snow right now. You're not on the hard snow anymore.
Is it difficult terrain?
It was still difficult terrain, but you're just not on the road anymore.
Sure.
That means you're lost.
Gotcha.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay. That's better. That's a 20.
Okay. You hear things behind you. Something's behind you. It's running after you, like vroom, 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 through the snow. It's not able to catch up to you. You're too fast. But something's chasing.
Can I hear the whirring from the dragon at all? Over the storm?
Not really, no.
Not really.
Yeah, this is close. This was close. It kind of like caught you at an angle.
Then
And
I'm
then
gonna try to recenter myself going towards Bryn Shander and just keep moving.
Make a survival check at disadvantage.
That's an 8.
Okay.
These dice are fucking me tonight.
Yeah, the snow is just thick and blinding. You can't really see more than 10 feet in front of you. You're just running blindly into the wind.
Yes.
You're running, just like boom, 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 the wind blasting past your face. And suddenly, you kind of like come across what looks like to be your footprints. And you look up, and there's these two humanoid-looking figures with light blasting out of their faces. Roll initiative.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? Nat 1? Bullshit.
Oh, man.
Brune,
12.
Kai,
8.
8, Trax,
Also a 12.
Fang,
9.
9, Donar,
14.
Spitz,
18.
18. These creatures that you fought before, these humanoids with light just blasting out of their faces. Like you see them, you almost like run right into them. You must have just run in a circle. And you see them up ahead. You sense more motion to your right, but you don't quite see it. Your visibility is about 15 to 20 feet currently in the snow. And they rush at you. And you can see them quite easily because of the light that's coming out of their faces. And they rush up to you, Kai, and attack. 13 on the first attack, and a 22 on the second attack.
Yes, that'll hit.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you take, you're resistant to this, 12 points of cold damage, so you take half of that. And the second one attacks you 11 plus 22 on the second attack.
Damn. Yep.
Okay. 8 plus 7. 15 bludgeoning. And then 7, 9. 11 points cold damage halved.
Right.
Okay. And it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to kick that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use a bonus action to kick the other one using martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 12.
You just missed. Their armor is 13. Armor passes 13.
Right. And then I'm gonna run away 50 feet.
Okay. Boom. Running back there. As you run that direction, because you made a big circle, everybody caught up to you. Boom. Okay.
Do we see him?
He runs right into you.
Bruno will call out behind him and just like, get him on a cart. We cannot stop.
Agreed.
Okay. Top of the round. Spitz, what do you?
Spitz agrees that we don't have time, so she's just gonna have her shield pointed towards those guys, ready to block.
Okay. You can't quite. You can see these like spits. You've heard about these things, but you've never seen one in person. They're like undead creatures that just have like their faces are glowing, just hot white light, and it just beams out over the tundra. And they're undead. They're nasty creatures called cold light walkers.
That sounds horrible. Great.
And then, but you'd see these two figures kind of like approaching, rushing at that. Okay, and that happens. Donar, what are you doing?
Donar's going to quickly fire off an arrow at this one very fast with the short bow.
Okay,
And that's a 10, so that's probably gonna
that misses. Yeah.
And he's gonna say, "Kai, hop on, dude. We gotta go east, man."
This cart slows me down.
Okay, well then run.
Okay, Brune,
Brune will pull up next to Kai and he's gonna grapple him.
make it oppose athletics.
Can I use acrobatics?
Yep.
25.
26.
Damn.
Ah,
He
man.
just slips right out of your grasp.
Slippery.
Fine, then you must follow, and he's gonna keep going on.
Okay. Trax.
Guess I'm gonna fire at one of these cold light guys.
Mhm.
This one here, since it's probably the one that's blocking our path.
Right.
So, take a shot at him. That's 16.
Yes, that hits. I'm sorry.
Okay. First one does 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Hit him again. For that's gonna hit. 27. That's gonna do 10 points of damage, and I'm gonna supercharge it for a 1. Fantastic.
That's the second time today, right?
A lot of ones on that.
That's
Yeah.
tragic.
Better than nothing, you know?
Fang.
I assume Fang is on Vellynne's cart, and he'll just say, "Stay close on Brune's tail." And as he says that, he holds out a hand and rings his marionette puppet bells for Toll the Dead. I'm gonna say probably this one, which he doesn't know that Donar already hit, I guess. That's a wisdom saving throw.
On the cold light walkers.
Yes. Just
Okay.
one of them.
12 plus 3, 15.
They save.
Okay.
So they... I guess it just saves. I don't think it takes anything. And that's it.
Okay. Kai, your turn.
Running.
Are you back the way you came, or you're not really sure which way Bryn Shander is right now? Which way are you gonna go?
Are they still on the carts?
Yeah, everybody's on the carts.
Then I'm going back where they came from.
You're gonna follow the trail back to the road. Okay, it's starting to fill in from the blizzard. Make a survival check.
Don't fuck me. That's better. 13.
Yeah, it's not quite filled in all the way, and all of you see. Do you let Kai go?
Yeah.
Okay, he's following the trail that you made in the dog sleds here. But he's backtracking. He's actually backtracking a little bit. The Cold Light Walker, the one that's here, Brune, you've seen this before. The Cold Light Walker holds out its hand and a blue icy beam strikes out at you. This is a ranged attack. I'm going to say, where are you? You're Spitz, you are on the one with
Tracks.
tracks.
I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is
I
on the
imagine, same one.
yeah. So this is the one. This is a ranged spell attack. So you could have.
Cool.
Well, it's only a 2. So plus, yeah, it's a total miss. Okay,
Weird.
Boom. And it just goes over your shoulder.
Let's go. That's the rate.
Brune will just continue to lead to Bryn Shander as best as he knows from the maps.
Okay. Brune, make a survival check. Kai, you make it. You're losing time because you're backtracking. Make a survival check once you get back to the road.
Brune got a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
12.
Okay, that's enough. At one point, you actually catch up to back on the road as Brune leads the dog sleds back onto the road, and you see them up ahead of you, but you're going to pass them.
Moving on.
Okay, all of you see Kai lap you. Kai, you can see the storm is just raging, and you get up to the city gates, and you just hear the sounds of battle. And you hear the sounds of like buildings being destroyed and burned inside the gates. You see hundreds of people camped outside the gates. They weren't unable to get into Bryn Shander, and you see like several, possibly 100 dead bodies outside the gates. What do you do?
Up and over. Unless
You
there's
gonna
someone
climb?
over to open it.
Not that you see.
Up and over.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
15.
Okay. The rest of you pull up to Bryn Shander, and you see what looks to be a refugee camp. It was like people waiting to get into the gate, but there were just so many of them. The dragon just arrived, and you hear people crying. You see bodies just strewn everywhere. People wandering around, not sure what to do. The gates are closed. Let me take you to the Bryn Shander map.
Do we recognize anybody at the gates?
You hear the sounds of fighting coming from beyond the walls, but you don't see any guards on top of the gates, on top of the walls.
Does the gate look similar to that of Targos's? Or does it look
It's
more
similar. It's more sturdy. It's more sophisticated. It's still wooden,
Bryn Shander's the one with the two walls with like the dirt in between them, right?
with the dirt and rocks and everything in between. Yeah. The gates, however, they're just more. They're better made and sturdier and taller than Targos's.
Fang will turn to Trax. He'll turn to everybody, and he'll say, Trax and I will scout ahead and try to maybe get the gate open. Not for the refugees, but for you. And he'll say, Trax, hang on to my leg. And he will step to the night and fly up to the gate.
Dope.
Okay.
To the
Excellent.
gate.
Yeah.
Trax is holding on very tightly, trying to keep his cool,
Okay.
but very afraid.
Okay.
Spitz would probably try to climb it if you'd let her use athletics.
Yep.
Word. Just to help, too. 11.
All of you here. Okay. So Fang, let me get this straight. Fang and Trax are flying over.
Mm-hmm.
Spitz is climbing. Brune, what are you doing?
Bruno will try to climb too. He's got some good athletics.
Okay. Donar, what are you doing?
If other people are starting to climb, Donar will also try to climb over.
Okay.
Donar digs under the wall.
Yeah. Vellynne,
With the pan.
Vellynne says, I will try to stay out here and see what I can do. If the dragon's inside, it's not out here. Maybe I can save some people.
Thanks.
Kai, once you get inside, you're on like the main road from the southwest. Far to the north, the Bryn Shander Spitz is on. It's a city, walled city that's on top of a hill. So when you're like on the outside of the gate, you're kind of like actually below the level of the gate. So it's hard to see the rest of the town beyond the walls because the walls are pretty tall. Inside, Kai, you can see the dragon is flying and making strafing runs using its breath weapon to destroy as many buildings and as people as it can. You see javelins and arrows launching up, and every once in a while a ballista bolt flies past it. It's hitting it, but not quite damaging it. Like chipping at it slowly. What do you do, Kai?
I'm going to try and get running up to it within 120 feet if I can.
Well, I mean, it's really far away. I mean, this is...
Yeah, I'm running,
Yeah.
trying to catch it.
Holy moly, that's far.
Yeah.
2,000 feet.
I mean, that's almost a half mile.
Yeah.
Everybody makes it over the wall and land. You see a few injured militia, kind of like they're resting up against the wall. Some of them have horrific burns. Others are, but they're paying you no mind. Everything is just so chaotic. What do you all do?
Does it look like it's easy to open the door or hard to open the door?
Again, it's got the big bar. It would need several people to open it.
If we all work together, we might be able to get back on those dog sleds to get closer faster.
Yeah, let's do that.
Quickly.
Great.
Okay.
We'll do that. Teamwork, dreamwork.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, it just takes you a couple of seconds. It's lifting, muscles bulging, and you get the beam.
You guys are doing great.
Thanks, Trax.
Really doing it.
Kai, as you're running up the boulevard, there are people running mad dash everywhere, screaming. It's really hard to move full speed.
I'm just going to cut through as many alleys as I can
Okay.
to ditch them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Assassin's Creed this. I'm going to climb up a building.
Okay, make an acrobatics. Okay.
Let's go.
21.
Okay. You're approaching the main, marketplace, which is in the center of town. The rest of you are right behind. Not that far off, like a few rounds behind, on the dog sleds. The people, you're able to, people are, actually Vellynne is, yelling, and the kobolds are, barking, and people are kind of scattering out of the way.
While that's happening, Brune would just be yelling at people in the city to go towards the southern gate, and that it could be safe there while we're on the dog sleds.
Okay. And you see people kind of running that direction. Fang, make a perception roll.
That's an 8.
You don't need that much. There seems to be an extra, because there's kobolds on all of the dog sleds that travel with Vellynne.
Mm-hmm.
And there seems to be an extra figure that's kind of wrapped up in a blanket on top of in the dog sled with you and Vellynne.
Has it been here since we left Targos?
No, it wasn't there when you were traveling from Targos to Bryn Shander.
Then Fang is going to, I guess, if he can, check for traps, then investigate it further.
Okay, check for make.
I don't know what the hell that is. I'll just go ahead
you start
and
reaching.
investigate it.
You investigate it. You reach for it, and Vellynne's like, "Don't worry about that. It's just a backup." She
And
says.
Fang,
And you look over and you see the blanket flying, and you see a burned, dead corpse. But it kind of looks at you like.
and
I had to get. I lost some kobolds, and I needed to replace them. So
yes, I understand.
just temporary.
That's fair.
Never ask how
Word.
the sausage is made. I understand. As he puts it back over its face,
Put that back on you.
just covers it back up.
Horrible.
Kai, make a perception check. You see the dragon kind of it's still too far away to attack currently.
Nat 20.
Please.
There's a return into luck.
Across the way, fighting through the crowd, you see this incredibly large man. And he's holding the hand of Ryan, dragging her through the streets. And he looks back, and Ryan's kind of looking scared, but kind of determined. And then they disappear into the crowd. And that's where we're going to stop for the evening.
Hi, what do you have to say about that?
Wow.
Can't wait to figure out what that means.
Blake's going through
Let's
some
play
emotions
Fuck with
right now.
Kai. Please subscribe and leave us a review on Podchaser or Apple Podcasts, and share us with all your friends. Follow us on Twitter at Severed Sons DND. Join our Discord. Join our Patreon. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, D&D Beyond, Roll20, and thank you to Syrinscape, Andre Sitkoff, and to Monument Studios for the amazing sound effects and music. Stay frosty.
Get out of here.
It's cold now.
We're
God
out.
damn it.
Jesus Christ, superstar. Wow. Wow.
Love you, Blake.